day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the paradigm tuning. Dave, Bravo Dave, anomaly, the anomaly cars. Shinami is the man who is currently in the city of the cult of personality. But for right now, I'm with you guys here. It is AWE Rebellion. We have ourselves a show after Fracture. This past Friday, Sayaka is trying to prove that her gauntlet win, again, wasn't a fluke. After suffering a devastating loss to a member of the Flame Tribe, tonight she goes one-on-one with the person she just beat at the end of that gauntlet match, Chie. Both at 100%. What's gonna happen? That's our main event. We also have Yuri going one-on-one with Clover. A battle of the axe ending versus a climactic ending. Who will take the W? And then we have an interesting tag team match. Last week, Mondo attacked both Tartaro and Golden, two former, I suppose, friendly rivals, now teaming up against Mondo and Q-Taro, who stepped to his aid. Makoto goes one-on-one with the former Kang and Ryoma, looking to see if he can take down a former Kang as he looks to stare Eggman down on the beaten path. But that all falls in the wayside to everyone's biggest question: who's answering the open challenge? What can I tell you except we're about to find out right here, right now. Last time, it was Booker T, baby, and it was a fantastic match full of near falls. What'll happen tonight? Well, let's find out together as the stars go. Black, two-minute intro. Your boy's cooking this time. It is the fourth match in the Hammer Time Open Challenge. First, it was Dio. Then it was Mojo Jojo. Followed by Booker T, a Kang versus a Kang match. How will this play out in the fourth match? Who could it be? The vast difference between those three first characters? Immense. How is this gonna play out for Dedede tonight? Dedede finally picked up his first victory over Booker T. Before that, he'd been struggling, he's been suffering, but now Dedede hopefully coming into his own right. I guess it all also depends on who will be facing Dedede in the open challenge. Who is looking to pick up a hammer tonight? It is everybody ready to rock?
From the Rocky Mountains, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Saint Steve.
Forget about hammers. This man might be ready to pick up a pickaxe. Is that Minecraft Steve? Or is that Jack Black? Or are they one and the same? Tonight, we might be in for a treat. The musical legend, the protagonist of Minecraft, famous actor Steve and/or Jack Black. He's in the ring, and he's going wild tonight, drinking it all in, ready to rock. Steve, who would have thunk? We're down in the mines for real. Get ready for it. It is one-on-one. Once again, this is the fourth time I've said this. Did you ever think you'd live in a world where you'd see King Dedede fight? Well, actually, I was gonna say, would King Dedede fight Jack Black? No. Do you think you'd ever live in a world where King Dedede would fight Minecraft Steve? Yeah, that's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. You could actually run this match right now. In fact, I implore someone to run 2 level 9 AIs, 1 Minecraft Steve, 1 King Dedede. I guess on Final Destination, see who will come on top. This is your equivalent. Jessica calling the match right now. And Steve right now is getting whopped by King Dedede. Now, I will be real, the last time we saw King Dedede go bonkers at the start of a match at Inferno, it quickly got turned around by Jojo. Will that happen tonight? Let's find out, because right now it's been all Dedede. Steve's been able to get any offense. This is a man who has experience against dragons, against zombies, against skeletons, has been to the pits of hell, and has been to I guess, other dimensions. He's even been to the very end. What will go on tonight? Today he's looking to go into the ring to beat King Dedede. He's going to try and get a hammer to do so, and he is not able to use it. Up on the shoulders. Steve, oh no, small the back first. Into the barricade, goes directly into the pinfall, down for one, that's just one for Steve. Tossed him down. He's really using that barricade to his advantage. He's like, it's not a hammer open challenge anymore. He's using the environment. We're lucky he's not jumping all over the place for real, as he's going for a double underhook. Suplex into the barricade as well. His whole offense this matchup out on the outside has been using that barricade, and now he's starting to use a sledgehammer. Could we see Steve have to burn resiliency this early in this fight? We're at a count of two. Scary little count of two there. Dedede is on top of his game nowadays. And Steve is getting destroyed. Not onto the... Ooh, the apron as well. And into the post. We might need to stop this match. Jack Black hasn't been able to get off like anything in the past couple of minutes. It's been all Dedede, but that 500-pound spine buster may have just turned things around. Dedede rattled after that, and oh my gosh, was going for a big shot to the gut. Swinging that pickaxe, but instead King Dedede with the reversal. I don't know what it's going to take for Steve to come back from this. He's trying to walk away from Dedede, maybe gather some distance, or maybe trying to lean him in so he can get the elbow up. Smart, and drops him right on the knee. Jack Black as Steve, now realizing he's got a whole heck of a fight in front of him, going to the clavicles, trying to wear down King Dedede, turn this whole thing around, but sweeping the leg. Dedede's back on top, and you gotta point out, Dedede still has that signature that he was able to steal from Steve, but oh my gosh, Steve has been popping out all sorts of submissions just back to back. Oh, but a shot right to the back of the neck. But Steve able to get the kick up. Gets a knee up. This may be his one opportunity to get the advantage right to the back of Dedede. Going for the pinfall right afterwards. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case at this point. That's one. It's just one, Steve. You got a whole lot of work to do to take down this 500-pound beast that is King Dedede. Caught the arm and hit a headbutt. And throw Steve into the steps. This has been a massacre on Steve, especially if Dedede with the sledgehammer, he's where he needs to be, and a stunned Steve is forced to just take every single shot from the 500-pound penguin again and again. He might have injured legs, arms, and a body after this. Relentless King Dedede drops him on the knee. He's had enough. Dedede, he's had enough. Come on. That's gotta be enough. Oh, no. Drops him on the knee again. Just pin him, Dedede. Just pin him. He's still just tossing him all over the place. Steve able to get out of the way. Oh, but just sent right back down. Turns him around. And sits down on that arm. He's trying to tear Steve apart. A couple shots to the gut. Steve trying to fire back, maybe just trying to stay alive in this one. As Dedede rolls through. And another clubbing winged blow. 1, 2, and that's not even resiliency. Maybe that's a strat. Admittedly, could be a strat from Steve. Did not burn resiliency on that first fall. Dedede's already up 1. I'm not sure what kind of... what you really need to do in this front. You gotta pray. At this... No. Oh, no. Dedede. He put it down. He had better sense than that. He saw Steve starting to get up. Steve with a reversal. Kick to the gut. Combinations. And a shot right to the skull. Into a pile driver. Say it ain't so. 1, 2. Resiliency's burned on Dedede. There's a world. There's a world, even though Dedede has 1 fall, Steve realizing he's got some work to do, picks up the step saying, if you weren't gonna do it, I will! Throws them at Dedede, stomps on the legs. Did you see the distance he threw those steps? Gets the sledgehammer. 1 good shot could put Dedede away at this point. And 3 good shots might do it. 4 weren't able to. And a double stomp. Steve's going crazy. I was gonna say if he rolls Dedede up, it could be all over. Sends him into the ring. What is Steve thinking here? I thought he would be thinking go for the pin immediately. I don't know what he's doing. He's calling for him to get up. Steve, Steve, you could have done this earlier. But he's still hitting that combination. And he gets every shot. Sends Dedede, he's rattled up and down. 1, 2, 3. It's, even though Dedede has 3 finishers, it is still anybody's match. If he hits that super finisher, it is as good as over. If he hits any one of those regular finishers, it's as good as over. But right now, Steve, he's fought back. Oh, but Dedede with a shot to the gut saying, oh no! Put everything in his power to take out Steve, and that is 3. Super Penguin Chop.
Here is your winner, King Dedede.
500 pounds. All of his weight went into that chop. Steve mounted a comeback, and Dedede said it's over. That was the most ruthless that we've seen Dedede since he arrived here in the AWE. He's 50-50 now in these open challenges. How will he end? As the stars come back to me. Wild. Absolutely wild. That being said, our show's gotta go on. And as we do so, it's a one-on-one match. It is Makoto, who's, I wouldn't even say has a mean streak going on right now. We'll talk about Makoto during this match. Going one-on-one against a former king in Ryoma. Ryoma looking at Makoto saying, if you want to be champion, you still got a long ways to go. Makoto saying, if I can beat you, the way might not be as long as you might think. Let's find if he's able to do that as the stars go. Oh. Black. Alrighty. Let's see this thing play out. Out first is a man who's beaten 1 king this year. A man who said don't lose hope in him. Makoto Naegi. A lad. Now, let's talk about Makoto. Let's talk about Naegi. First and foremost, a lot of people assumed that he turned heel when he brought out a ladder and attacked Eggman. I've talked to Makoto since then, and he said he was just not even sick of the disrespect. He said he's just got to be smart here in the AWE. He has been a survivor of so many, honestly, dangerous entities. He survived The Repairman, he survived. Glitched, he survived. I don't think he ever went one-on-one with Void, but you get the idea. He knew that Eggman was dangerous, and beating Eggman clean meant Eggman was probably gonna go after him. So to save his own livelihood rather, he took the ladder out, and he bashed that egg. Now they seem to have a little bit of a rivalry going on, neither of them letting up on each other. He's already pinned one king, as we said earlier. And very quickly, another comes out, our first ever king of the AWE. It is Ryoma. Last year, Ryoma had a fantastic calendar year. Won the King of the Ring. King of the AWE. Was the Royal Crown. And had that title. Lost it to Kaito, and they had a little bit of a great feud. Great feud and all-timer Hell in a Cell match. And then, at the fight before Christmas, an all-timer singles match. They know each other so well, and eventually I feel like we gotta see them go one-on-one one more time. But right now, Ryoma's going one-on-one with Makoto. Said he's still got a long ways to go if he wants to beat Eggman. And tonight, he said, I'll be one step closer if I can beat the former king. Shot to the back. Ooh, tossed into the referee. And Ryoma, at present rather, oh my gosh, has already busted open Makoto. Makoto hit that turnbuckle wrong and he's busted. Combination though. Stopped the second one, Ryoma back in charge. Now in the corner, Makoto is still able to strike back though. And striking back also is Ryoma. These two have been back and forth like crazy. Has him up, going for a power bomb. But Makoto stands right back up, and now they're trading blows. This has just been a brawl. It's been shot after shot between these two and another shot. And another one, now Ryoma's busted open. It's been like a minute into this fight or so, and everyone's bloodied. This isn't Extreme Rules. It's not no holds barred, nothing crazy. It's just a bare knuckle brawl. And both of them have already showing it. Drop kick to the back, almost fell into the ropes. Ryoma trying to go for a quick pinfall, saying maybe he's out of it already. That is one, and that is a pipe dream because Makoto kicks out. Both of them going off of the ropes and both of them missing wildly. Ryoma back in charge, DDT. Targeting that head, goes directly into the pinfall, trying to burn resiliency early, not gonna be enough. Shoulder up at one. Ryoma back at the combinations. Atomic drop. But Makoto reversing the Irish whip. Goes under Ryoma. Goes over, setting something up with a drop kick right to the face. Ryoma crawling to the corner. Makoto celebrating. The horn bearer looking to sound the horns in the corner. And he's on the outside right afterwards. Steps back in. But Ryoma, ducks that. Makoto's still alive in this. Lifting Ryoma up, but it looks like reversaled. That's one of the greats for a reason. Shot to the back of Makoto Naegi. He may be going for a signature of his own, but reverse right back is Makoto. Hold on a minute. Super kick into a combination, into a DDT, and this time Makoto's the one who pins Ryoma off the DDT, and it's still just one. Y'all, I think we may be witnessing something special. I think we might be witnessing something special right here. Dragged over to the corner. Ryoma getting scoop slammed. Naegi climbing to the top rope. The former Kang may be in danger. Tried to go for a top rope Dangan Rana, but that's not the case. Ryoma with the reversal into the pinfall. And he's looking for a long ways to go, and he gets all of it. Lo and behold, 1, 2, and that's Brazil. No! If that wasn't the luckiest kick out of all time, kicked out of long ways to go and able to hold on to his signature, Makoto still has life. Eggman's got to be watching this backstage saying, okay, maybe he is an issue. This past week, the Hornbearer music played to try and give Wanderer the advantage, not able to get enough, going for a, ooh, drop there. Makoto now feeling the onset of being in the ring so long with the former king. But a clothesline, and another, maybe turning this thing back around for him. Drop kick, falling drop kick. Makoto with the comeback. He's staring at the king, went for a big chop, lifts him up, throws him into the ropes. Could he be thinking under? And sit out jawbreaker. Goodness gracious. Oh, he keeps up though. Makoto carries him over towards the ropes and drops him on to get the stun. Lifts him right back up. Makoto's got all the time in the world. This time does hit it. Hope's arrow. Ryoma laid in his own blood. That's 3. No. Makoto, don't turn around. Don't. King Eggman makes his mark in the course of just, I think, a month, maybe a month and a half. Makoto was pinned 2, count 'em, 2 kings. Ryoma did not burn resiliency. Honestly, Ryoma may have been shaken. Both of them may have been shaking it after that fight. As we, give me these stars real quick. Both of them very much might have been shaken. They both started bleeding in the first minute of the match. That's how hard those strikes were. You've seen matches where nobody bleeds. You've seen matches where it's taken like 30 minutes or 10 minutes for somebody to be busted open. Those two were throwing every ounce of strength into every shot that they had. And I think Eggman realized that and said, he's got to be beat. Now's my opportunity. That being said, it's an opportunity for 2, not teams. I would not call them teams. In fact, it is a big old tag team match of maybe two sets of folks who don't agree 100%. Golden, who just recently pinned Tartaros yet again. Mondo, who's been brutalized by Q-Taro, but just recently brutalized Tartaros and Golden. These 4 in a tag team match, and it all begins as the stars go. Black. You have to imagine that this might not even be all about Tartaros. It might be about what's wrapped around his waist. Pointing at it right now, although you see the title belt on his front, that means there's a target right on his back. He walks down to the ring with pride. Honestly, these two, at present, they are the pride of the AWE OC division. Tartaros has made that belt his own. He will be defending it at Ticket to Paradise, much like he defended it at OC Revolution. What will the match type be? We'll know when the wheel is spun at Ticket to Paradise. For right now, he holds on to it for a few more weeks. Will he be able to get the job done? We'll find out. But he's got a good partner. Can they coexist though? Because last week it was Tartaros getting pinned by this man. It is Golden. We talked about the pride of the OC division. It is that man. And you have to imagine it's an early start to the year. We're just in April. We're just over a quarter through. But as we start to see Golden walk down this path with Tartaros today, well, those are our 2 early shots for OC of the year. And if their trajectory continues going up and up, I'm not sure if either of them can beat them, or if anybody can beat those 2. We will see though. Right now, that's our OC champion. And there's a world where he's also Mr. Golden Ticket. He's earned a spot in the Golden Ticket match. A lot of people say that he is one of the most resilient members of the OC division. He is, he does not quit. He does not give up unless he has to. The one time we've ever seen Golden give up was against Splendid, and he didn't give up, he passed out. He was out like a light. If anything, that is maybe the one kink that we've ever seen in Golden's armor. Also, very incredible turn to the music. Never noticed that, but here he is. Golden and Tartaros team up tonight against two competitors who, honestly, before last night, or I guess before last week, didn't have much of a problem with these two, or Golden specifically, but this man attacked the both of them. And you gotta think about Mondo. You think about it from Mondo's vantage point. Over the last 4 weeks, so maybe, yeah, 4 weeks or so, he's had Q-Taro beat him up and stop him from fighting a match. He's had Q-Taro beat up Tartaros and cause a DQ in his match. We've seen him lose to Q-Taro with Tartaros as a special guest referee, and after all that, I think maybe Mondo thought, hey, why didn't you lean towards my side in that special guest referee match? We had the advantage. Q-Taro is a sack of garbage. What are you doing? Why'd you count 3 on me? Q-Taro was the better man that night, and Tartaros called it down the middle. Mondo thinks maybe you shouldn't have done that. And then he went and lost to Tartaros as well, and maybe that was the breaking point. Maybe he said, if everyone's gonna attack me and nobody's gonna be on my side, maybe I have to show that I'm willing to do some attacking too. That is our Royal Rumble winner. He has a match at AV Mania, but I guess right now he's focused on Tartaros and maybe focused on that Fight Forever Championship. And somebody else who has been is Mr. Q-Taro Burger Berg. I guess a hot minute ago, it hasn't been that long ago, he fought Q-Taro, he fought Tartaros, he is Q-Taro, in the AW Performance Center. However, he busted him open, and then pried open the wound, dragged him all around, burger bombed him onto the concrete, and superplexed him, breaking the ring. Tonight, the ring is reinforced as these two go and do battle. We'll see how it all plays out tonight. Q-Taro Burger Berg teams up with Mondo. And once again, you got to imagine it's all about that Fight Forever Championship. As we said earlier, it's a target on your back. And admittedly, Q-Taro, he's always been a little bit dashly, but maybe a little bit more unhinged lately, as we've seen him team up with Deity Miku, who we know is a disgusting sack of garbage after what occurred this past Friday. Also, medical update on Klee. While she will be medically cleared probably in the next week, but she has had to get, I think 12 stitches in her head. And they're still picking glass out of her. She's remaining in medical for now. From what I've seen, or rather what I've heard and seen, every so often she'll move around. They have her walking around. She can walk around, but sometimes she'll just kind of fall in pain. And that's just due to glass still being in her skin. It's hard to get all the glass out of somebody's skin, especially as you saw how brutal and how many times she went through glass this past Friday. A despicable scene, but they're working with Klee. We have a great medical team. They'll patch her up. That's the most we can do right now. Hold on. I was gonna say, starting off, it is mostly Mondo, but I'll tell you what. Oh, wait. He was focused for a second on Q-Taro, and I thought for a minute that might have been his undoing. But instead, he's got Mondo up and drops him down. And I'll be real, the last thing you want to see is... Oh, he didn't actually go for the pin. I was going to say the last thing you want to see is Golden get tagged in, but instead, ooh, right chest first to the ground, but able to go underneath Mondo. And as I said earlier, the last thing you want to see is Golden get tagged into this match. They don't really want Golden in this fight. Golden might have been collateral damage. What they got going on here? Mondo, ooh, double shoulder tackled. And a hot tag made to Q-Taro Berg. This has been an even tag match so far. Golden on the shoulders of Q-Taro and dropped onto the ropes. The man Gin calls Muscle Gorilla is now in play, and the first time that I believe Q-Taro and Golden have ever gone toe-to-toe. Dragging Golden over to the ropes. What does he have planned here? Off the ropes. I thought he was going for a spine buster. Maybe that's what Golden thought he was going for too, as Q-Taro is going, honestly, the best we've ever seen anyone go against Golden so far. I was gonna say, Golden's got no offense on Q-Taro, but that has all just changed. And the second Golden starts to go on a roll, you better focus up because he will tie you in a knot. And if you let him, he'll kick you right to the curb. Q-Taro not happy about that move in the slightest and just tosses Golden, not protecting him at all. And a tag's been made, and Q-Taro saw that tag made and said, oh, I want him. Give me Tartaros. And look at that, a shot to the head. Tartaros' face caught in the vest. Caught in the vest, he couldn't see. He was caught in the vest of Q-Taro. Essentially blinded for a second, and who knows what was in that vest. Probably a lot of sweat. A lot of sweat as he's starting to take it to Tartaros. Tag's been made to Mondo. Frequent tags trying to keep people fresh. Mondo taken out. I was gonna say, here's also thinking about it this way. I don't know if we've ever seen Golden or Tartaros in a tag team match. Both Mondo and Q-Taro have both been tag team, or been in tag team matches. Mondo has been a tag team champion before with Taka, the Bro G's. As a tag's been made to Q-Taro. Q-Taro's had, I think, 2 tag team partners in the past. I think he's teamed up once with Nekomaru, maybe one time with, old friend, then rival, the big beefy Greg, as Tartaros is down early for one, and just for one. We got ourselves a grueling tag team match ahead of us, I'm sure. Oh, wait, maybe not as grueling as we thought. Look at this, he's already got him in, ooh, a submission hold. And right back, returning fire with a bear hug. And there, double chop. It looked like he was trying to open that wound again. We know Tartaros, already with the weakened back, has been prone to bleeding early in matches because of Q-Taro. And there he is, taking Q-Taro down, using his whole body to do it. That's what it's going to take to put down Q-Taro Berg. Into the ropes. Ooh, back elbow. Into the pinfall. Quick breakup by Mondo. Saying you're not going to take us down that easily, but I'll tell you what. He's got him in the corner. These two don't have a tag team finisher. They're not an actual tag team, as far as I know. Wrenching at that arm, pulling it back. And then tossing. No, not tossing him yet. Then tosses Q-Taro overhead. Belly to belly. And the tag's been made to Mondo, who's now admittedly completely fresh, has that much as an advantage. Tried to go for a clothesline, but Golden a step faster, a hair quicker. Into the ropes. Oh, Golden focused on Q-Taro, trying to get him out of the ring, and that distraction proved dividends for Mondo. Has him in the ropes, goes under, needs one big move to build up that signature, and that's not going to be enough. Caught him with a spear. Golden goes flying, and Mondo goes falling. That's exactly why we call him one of the best in the OC men's division. Has Mondo up and slams him right into the knee. Mondo lifted right back up. Combinations, hold on, Mondo fires back. Mondo, I think, honestly, probably willing to win this thing by countout, but Golden not having it, throws Mondo right back in. Mondo writhing in pain, goes for the pinfall. 1, 2, kick out. Golden thought he would at least burn resiliency, but that ain't enough. Tartaros stepping in there. We know he's got that finisher on lock. Drop kick to the face of Mondo. Waiting for him to come up. Toss him into the ropes. Oh, but tossed him over top. Tosses him back in. Mondo's been thrown everywhere in this ring. Lifts him up and slams him down. Mondo in trouble. Golden back in. At this point, Mondo's going to need to make that tag to Q-Taro. Because if Golden starts to think about putting Mondo away, turn that suplex into a neck breaker, and honestly, that could be enough. 1, 2, not resiliency, at least not yet. Mondo still got fight. Gotta remember, that is your Royal Rumble winner. Rumble winners, they got some stank when they need to. Oh, Mondo gets the elbow up. Tossing Golden into the corner. Could we be seeing some tag team work between these two? No. No, he's just throwing Golden into the other corner. Goodness gracious. No, he's not. He's throwing Golden all the way back. And tosses Golden again. Now we're starting to see the powerhouse that is Mondo. Not one to be trifled with, but Golden once again too fast for him. Looks around at the entire audience, lifts Mondo up, and slams him down. Brings him up into a Uranagi, slams him right down, and now, oh, Tartaros sees him tip up, and he gets caught with a spear. Tartaros looking to put Mondo away, but that's not going to be the case, at least not right now, not yet. Both men now taken down on the outside. This has become a massacre. Heavy shots to Mondo. Tartaros wants to teach him a lesson for that attack. Said, we had a great match and you had the audacity to do that to me, but look at this. Mondo rages up on the outside. If he's able to take advantage of this, says, come on, get up, audience, get up, but look who's also raged up. If Tartaros is able to hit that finisher, Mondo does not have resiliency and it could be all she wrote. Mondo slowly getting up to his feet. Golden with the advantage. Throwing Mondo into the corner. Headbutt. Into the turnbuckle. And yanking that arm. And here's the thing, they've been making such quick tags. But Mondo's been taking so much damage. And he's getting tossed too, and now he's stunned. Tartaros has a finisher and Mondo's stunned. You gotta be thinking he's thinking about that code breaker. Or maybe he's still thinking about that spear. Again into the spear. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 1, that's 2, and that's resiliency from Mondo. He doesn't have much fight left in him. He doesn't have much life left in him at this point. And Q-Taro's just forced to watch on. As these two run circles around him. Oh, wait. No, he plucked him. Kisses that fist. Road rage. Directly into the pinfall. 1, 2. Kick out. Golden doesn't have resiliency yet. And look who just stepped into the ring. Tartaros. So if a tag is not made, this team, Mondo and Q-Taro, could have their way with a Golden. But Mondo not seeking a tag, at least not yet. He's going to the top rope. He wants to end this himself and gets all of that moonsault. Hold on a minute. 1, 2. Resiliency burned on Golden. And maybe that was exactly the plan because Q-Taro's been waiting there with a finisher. Instead of finishing off Tartaros, they're going to make him watch as they potentially finish off. Golden lifts him up. But Golden with a reversal. Big chop. Golden surviving. Lifted right back up. And a neck breaker. No, shot to the back of the neck. Golden realizing, okay, they got me. They played me for a second. I wasn't ready for them to do that clothesline by Tartaros. And Tartaros with the combos right afterwards, taking it to Q-Taro, saying, you might be fresh now, but I'm going to change that in just a second. Into the corner. Looking for the tag potentially, but instead Q-Taro gets the elbow up. Tried to block, but now goes into the corner with Mondo. Yanking that arm. Trying to weaken that code breaker. And now, face first into the turnbuckle, on the verge of being stunned. But able to get the elbow up himself. Toss to the ropes, reversal by Mondo, ran into the referee. Q-Taro looking to do whatever he can to stun Tartaros. Not the case though, as he makes the tag to Golden. And you gotta point out, Golden does have that finisher ready. And he may be willing to use it. He almost has a second one as well. Q-Taro, he's groggy. Reversal again by Q-Taro. Mondo watching on. And look at this. Oh no, And here's the thing, Golden always willing to fight, but every match like this, every tough match like this close to Ticket to Paradise can prove to be a terrible decision. It could prove to be an injury. It could prove to be anything at this juncture. Punch right to the face. Q-Taro back in. Clothesline. And another. He ducks that one, but into, not a German, a drop kick. A single leg drop kick to the throat. Going to make the tag to Tartaros. But here's the deal. Tartaros has a signature now. I was going to say, Q-Taro at the very least has a finisher. Knee drop to the head. It is really anybody's match at this point. Q-Taro rolls outside of the ring. Tartaros goes flying into Q-Taro, gets all of it. The man with the bad back still moves forward. Yanking at Q-Taro's neck. This has been a tag team brawl for the ages. Sits him down. And Tartaros in the ring. Could this be a count-out victory is the real question. Count of 5. Golden, I would say helping him up. Now helping him into the ring. No, hold on. It's honestly almost a mugging over here for Q-Taro. Drop down. And spins around. Tartaros embarrassing Q-Taro. Smacks him in the back of the head. Oh, you can't imagine that didn't wake Q-Taro up a little bit. Ooh! He's stunned. I think he's willing to win this thing by countout. Codebreaker on the outside. Lifting him up. Count of 8. Well, count of 1 now, because he went to the outside. Broke the count. As Q-Taro's rather just groggy. But now so was Tartaros for just a second. Goes for the pinfall. Mondo quickly coming to help, saying, alright, I saw what happened out there. It was a mugging and I couldn't do anything about it. Rolled through though. Tartaros with the schmoves drops Q-Taro down. And drops him down again chest first. Trying to bait out that resiliency as best he can. Belly to belly. Slam. Q-Taro low-key unresponsive at this point. He's starting to make a crawl. Golden not letting him get up. But he gets up that time. Tried at the burger bomb and a drop kick by Golden. And now he's calling for the end. As we've seen him do this before. Cutter. And it looks like this whole team might be out of resiliency in just a moment. But here's the thing. Golden's got one more in the chamber. Off the ropes. Moonsault. And Q-Taro wisely rolls out saying, no, no. Not today. These two are getting battered. No resiliency between the two. You've got to imagine Golden and Tartaros talked before this. At the very least, they were communicative. As Q-Taro goes chest first. Into the stairs. Golden's been watching, certainly not approving of Q-Taro's behaviors. Able to get out of the way. Neck breaker. No, a shot to the back of the neck. lifting Golden up. Oh, I thought he was tossing him to the stairs. I thought he was going to actually try to win this by countout. I thought that might have been the moves for him, but Golden again, a shot to the midsection. Oh, and we've seen him do this before, ladies and gentlemen. He's got to drag him. And he does center of the ring. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Mondo has to watch on as 1, 2, and 3. That's your match.
Here are your winners.
Even without resiliency, these two work together to perfection. I'm sure you're gonna hear from Mondo and you're gonna hear from Q-Taro. It was Golden who beat us, not Tartaros. I don't know who they're gonna complain to. It's not me. They'll complain to the general managers, I guess. And we'll see what Tartaros has to say about it one of these days. But for right now, we still have a show to get on the road, shall we? Thank you for the stars. Thank you very much. But we must go on. We must continue as it's our 2 singles main events. We got ourselves Yuri versus Clover, axe ending versus climactic ending. I know what the majority of the audience will be rooting for. Please. If it comes down to those 2 moves, I'm sure the world is rooting for the climactic ending. But will the will of the audience be the result of the match? It is not always so. But we'll see as the stars go black. Yuri already out there, not wasting any time, knows that we had a long tag. I'm not surprised. Of course I'm not surprised. Of course this would happen. Wait. Do we have a match on our hands at least? No? I guess not. I don't know. It sounds like they definitely called for the bell. I think we're just brawling. Yank the leg. I didn't even get a chance to mention that their tag team partners were banned from ringside. Here's the thing. Clover, was able to catch Yuri off guard. Yuri was ready for Clover to face her head-to-head, but instead Clover took the cheap and easy way out, much like she's taken a lot lately. Boom. Right to the chest. Yuri trying to recover, able to get the foot up on Clover, and tosses Clover into the corner. Yuri and Crazy Hiyoko Extra Large picked up a massive tag team victory against the #1 contenders just a week ago. Clover and Miu, however, unable to do anything against the champions as Clover's lifted up, swipes the leg, and kicks Yuri in the gut. But Yuri swipes that arm, and she said, I'm not leaving without giving these people a climactic ending. Dragging Clover to the center of the ring like there's pinfalls in this thing. The referee's simply there to make sure they don't go too far. Wrenching that arm back, and now yanking back at Clover's head. Clover pulls her back. Trying to drag Yuri. What does she have planned here? Whatever she does, Yuri's still up and about. Going for that axe kick, gets all of it. Yuri stands up immediately, though, and drags Clover, but Clover able to get the elbows right into the gut of Yuri. And she said, this is how you do it. Axe ending instead to Yuri. Stomps and another stomp. Directly into a submission hold, trying to take the breath, the life out of Yuri. But Yuri, separating the arms, the strength, sends Clover flying. Big shot to the gut, and now they're trading blows. A punch to the jaw and a slap to the chest. Shot to the back, punch right to the face. And caught the hands. Clover to Yuri, to Clover. to Yuri, to Clover, to Yuri, to Clover, to Yuri. It's been even. Oh, it's now officially even between these two. And a chop right to the chest, backhand, but caught by Yuri. Yuri, and both of them just going after each other over and over again. I guess they're stopping right there. I guess they're stopping right there. They just, the hate was real. The hate was apparently real, too real. We didn't even get a match there. They just fought. The referee just had to stop them. It was just an actual brawl. I kind of wish that the tag team partners were not banned from ringside. But that's all they wrote for those two. I guess we immediately head to our main event. Goodness gracious. No winners there. They played Clover's music, but Yuri was still standing tall at the end of it. That being said, it is Chie versus Sayaka. Sayaka survived the gauntlet, but when going one-on-one with a member of the Flame Tribe, suffered an embarrassing defeat. Can she beat the person that she was last against in the gauntlet, as well as the last person to lose the title that Yukiko now holds? Let's find out as the stars go. Black for our main event. Why? What? You're not even fighting her at the fight. You're not even fighting her at Ticket to Paradise. What, Yuri? Yo, apparently the hate still boils between those two. Yuri, I think, saying you should have stayed home. Sayaka looks confused in all of this too. Chie apparently saying she's still good. Oh my gosh. I guess our fight begins now. Sayaka getting dragged over to the ropes. Kicked in the gut. And shot, ooh, goodness gracious, right onto the jaw using those legs. We haven't seen Chie compete since, before that gauntlet match, since Valentine's Violence. She was staying home, healing up, resting up. Missed that shot to the back. Sayaka still not going easy on Chie, even after she was attacked by Yukiko just now. But Chie not taking it easy on Sayaka either, sweeping that leg. And grabbing those legs as she hits a reverse Boston Crab there. It's going to be a real fight feel in this main event. As are on the ropes there. Goes to the floor. What is she thinking here? Ooh, stomp to the chest. At the very least, it's good for Chie. She has no body damage after the attack from Yukiko. You would think Yukiko would be targeting the midsection that was injured from that super spear from Rinka a long time ago, but instead just went for the head. And maybe Chie said you should have gone for the head. But if she doesn't die, she will fight. As Chie is in the corner. Sayaka back in the corner instead. And that's not where you want to be when Chie is around. We know those miracle kicks. But what is she thinking here? Tree of Woe position. That's something we see often. Sayaka able to get out of it. Kick right to that of Chie. Chie is not at 100% right now. Even if Sayaka's able to put away Chie right now, you got to think she wasn't at 100% kick to the back. And another stomp to the back. Able to get out of there. Oh, she tried to stop her there. And again tried to stop her, but unable to. Sayaka able to dodge every blow there. Oh, she's dragging Chie, but Chie once again saying it's going to take much more than that. Sayaka's built up that signature over the top rope. A shot to the head. And a kick right. Look, we talk about those magical kicks of Chie. The kicks that can get the job done as good as anyone else. Oh. Got her down. Russian leg sweep. It is the main event of AWE Rebellion tonight. It's Sayaka versus Chie. And it's a reversal of the signature. That's exactly what Chie needed. And what she needs now is a big kick to the face of Sayaka if she's going to want to come back. And that the referee getting in the way may have cost Sayaka this match. She doesn't have resiliency. She just got kicked by the best, but she's able to kick out. She's able to kick out. And she might not be able to kick out in a second because we might be seeing a galactic punt. 1, 2, and Sayaka's burned resiliency. Doubt's probably creeping into the mind of Sayaka. She won that gauntlet match. She beat Chie as she was the last one out. Chie came in fresh, but I'll tell you what. Ever since fighting Bernice, she hasn't been quite the same, saying, okay, that's... The Flame Tribe is, they might be a little bit more than I anticipated. Chie now much more than she anticipated. Maybe Chie had some ring rust this past Friday. Or this past, Friday before Friday. Last Friday, not 2 days ago. Ooh, tried to go for another shot, but Chie able to sidestep her expertly. Sayaka on wobbly legs, able to kip up. Needs to use as much of that signature bar as she can. Because Chie, I was gonna say, you can't drag Chie like that. Oh, she tried to use move theft, but instead, a kick right to the leg. She missed the punt. She missed the kick. But she's not gonna miss this. Ladies and gentlemen, say goodnight to Sayaka Mizuno. Oh my gosh. They're still staring each other down. Hold on a minute. Even after the attack, Sayaka wasn't able to pick up the victory. Chie said, you still want to go, we can go. Oh my gosh, a shot to the face. And these two are trading blows too. Oh my gosh, the hatred between these two is real. Security can't even hold them back. They're trying to take Yukiko all the way to the back. The hate are now enemies. They've been enemies. They've been enemies. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm not sure what to tell you. After an Aura returning a big victory in a gauntlet match, it almost seems like all of Sayaka's aura has diminished over the past 2 days. What must be going through the mind of Mizuno? Perhaps we'll hear from her this Friday. I gotta say, I'm excited. Last 2 matches went quick. I'm not sure how long this is, because I did take a brief break. But this might be the shortest rebellion. This may be the shortest rebellion of all time. If it is, have yourself a fantastic day. I can say, I have checked with my general managers. The match type is not yet decided. But it is official. Both Navia and Makoto agree. After the attack from Makoto and then the attack from Eggman, those two have to go at it. It will be Eggman versus Makoto one-on-one for the AWE Championship. What match will it be? I'm not sure. We'll see that down the road because we still have a couple weeks left on this beaten path. We'll see how it all plays out. Once again, Steve got wrecked by King Dedede, but almost came back at the end. Makoto took it to the Kang, but got attacked by the new one. Tartaros and Golden honestly had a pretty good tag team match with Mondo and Q-Taro, but Tartaros and Golden put on a showcase. This match never started. This match never happened. And more, I guess, last but not least, Chie's back. And Yukiko don't like it. how will this play out over the next couple of weeks, and what's Sayaka's fate in all of it? Because now it almost feels like Sayaka's a third wheel between Chie and Yukiko. I don't know how it's gonna play out, but I'm excited to see. That is our rebellion. Until next time, put me over here with the stars. I'm taking off. I am in Chicago right now. But we will be back this Friday, actually live, with AWE Inferno. That is correct. So until then, we'll continue on this beaten path to Ticket to Paradise. Toodaloo Flight Crew. And as always, I'm signing off. Thank you for watching.